Hello everyone, my name is John. Today I will tell you how to set up uploading new leads from a Facebook advertising account in Simla. This is necessary to automatically transfer new leads from Facebook to other systems. For example, in Simla, create new orders. Each time you add new leads to Facebook, it is convenient to store, process and interact with them in every possible way in the future. Now let's move on to the setup. First you need to create a new connection. Choose Facebook as the data source system. Next, you need to choose an action, Get Leads New. At this stage, you need to connect your Facebook account to the ApiX-Drive service. In this window, we need to specify the username and password of the Facebook personal account. Next, go to Settings. At this stage, you see advertising pages that you have access. Advertising pages for which you want to receive leads must be ticked. I recommend marking all advertising pages at once at this stage in order to be able to work with them in the future. If you get a new advertising page after connecting your Facebook account to ApiX-Drive, you will need to repeat the connection via incognito in the browser, and at this stage, check the new advertising page. Leave all access checkboxes enabled and click Done. Click OK. When the connected account is displayed in the list, select it and click Continue. At this stage, you need to select an advertising page and forms for which you want to receive new leads. If you want to receive leads immediately for all advertising forms, specify Yes. Connect all current and new forms. If you want to receive leads on some specific forms, select No, select forms individually and tick the necessary forms. At this stage, you can set up a data filter. In this case, there is no need for this, so we also click Continue. At this stage, you see test data for one of your Facebook leads. If there is no data at this stage or ApiX-Drive test data is displayed, you need to wait for the real lead or generate a test lead through Facebook Business Manager. After you do this, click Load Test Data from Facebook. After the data appears, click Next. This completes the Facebook data source setup. Now you need to move on to setting up data reception. Choose Simla as the data receiving system. Next, you need to select an action, Create Order. At this stage, you need to connect your Simla account to the ApiX-Drive service. In this window, you must specify the API domain and API key. In order to get them, go to the Simla system. Copy domain from address bar. Please note that you need to copy domain without extra characters. Next, paste it into the required field in the ApiX-Drive service. Now you need to specify the API key. We return to the Simla system. Go to the Settings, section Integration to the tab API Access Keys. Next, click Add. In the Access Type field, select the desired store for which the API key will be generated. Please note that for each store in Simla, you will need to set up a separate integration, as each store must have its own API key. For convenience, we can write comment. Also, make sure all checkboxes are enabled in the Allowed Actions in API section. Then click Save. Copy the API key and paste it into the appropriate field in the ApiX-Drive system. When all the required fields are filled, click Continue. When the connected account is displayed in the list, select it and click Continue. At this stage, first you need to specify the parameters of your order. Next, you need to fill in the fields with variables from Facebook. To assign a variable, click on the field and select the required variable from the drop-down list. Please note that you can not only add variables, but also prescribe values manually. Press Enter to move to the next line. When all the necessary data is assigned, click Continue. At this stage, we see the test data that will be sent to Simla. In order to check the correctness of the settings, click Send Test Data to Simla. Go to your personal account and check the result. If everything suits you, we return to the ApiX-Drive service and continue the configuration. On this, the data reception setup has been successfully completed. Now you need to enable auto-update. Select the communication interval, for example, once every 5 minutes. That's all. I wish you successful integration settings and good luck.